this.
Would you call this his flagship project, Arnold?
Yes, it's a legacy project, a very important one. Not
of
just
which every president perhaps should have a legacy project.
There is need for housing. That is no question. That we have got a deficit of almost 250,000 houses falling in almost per year. The need is there. Like I've already told you, you have got 60% of Nairobians living on just 5% of Nairobi's landmass. For comparison, Victor, the roads in Nairobi occupy 11% of the landmass in Nairobi. Yet 60% of Nairobians live on less than half that. Those are the Kibras of this world, the Kangemis, Kawangware, Madare. And you realize that per meter, so many people are put together. And like I said, we pay by other means. Security, we lose human capital. There are places where people don't go beyond 24 years old. They're either in jail, they either have been killed somehow. So we pay as a nation through other ways. We want to also give everybody a chance by ensuring that if just by having decent housing in itself improves your health, puts you in proper social setting, we are good to go. So you can call it a flagship project, yes. It dates back to Vision 2030. As a country, we have got needs, and our needs don't change with the regimes that come in. What can only change is the strategy of achieving our needs, because our needs are almost similar throughout history as has been. But then when we bring in new people, we are bringing in new people who bring us new ideas, the strategies for which they actually are going to solve our problems. So not so much to allow politicians to get attached to the projects they do. It should be so much about how they are solving those problems. Because the health problem will always be there. We still now have got, as a country, we have got a problem with housing. Every president has tried to address that differently. There is a reason, of course, why we have got the National Housing Corporation, for example, being there for years, government houses, where the county, in the days of old, it was the county council in Nairobi, for example, had housing, and other county, not county, but the councils of old had their own way of housing. So here we are. As a people, what William Ruto has actually done is just pick the problems that we have and applied a different strategy, and he thinks it can work. Naftali here said that the president is quite decisive, and that's the truth. This decision is actually very unpopular because it has been decampaigned, but it's very necessary. So you're looking at either being politically correct for the purposes of winning applause, but also transforming a nation realistically. This concept of national transformation is a heavy one. You want to transform a country, but transformation is not easy. From the process of being a larva or a caterpillar into a butterfly. It's not an easy process. So we are at that particular age of caterpillars are not necessarily beautiful. Everybody loves a butterfly, but everybody hates caterpillars. Yet that is the process that then brings in the butterflies. I love that example. So we are at the caterpillar stage. Yes. After the caterpillar stage, we are moving on to, people will see those butterflies as they go around. I know this question has been asked several times, gentlemen, but allow me to ask you, for the benefit of our viewers, and of course now it's almost becoming law. So what about that person who did not contribute, and you have a chance to, apply and get a house? You did not contribute, is now voluntary? The platform is actually, the Boma Yangu platform is already on. That's still the platform of allocation and engagement and moving forward. So later on in the day, of course, you will actually see a breakdown on the FAQs, the frequently asked questions, on how you can actually onboard. That is also part and parcel of why yesterday was a little bit of a delay, is that those platforms were supposed to actually go up. So later on in the day, you'll actually be told if you can actually be onboarded through USSD. USSD, any Kabambe phone can do. So you can't say, I don't have internet. You can actually be onboarded through USSD. I think later on the ministry will actually be doing that. The Boma Yangu platform is still on. So it's open for everybody. That's what I'm telling, for people at home, young and old. Look at this. Whatever is deducted from you, at some point, you can actually reclaim it, and it will be given to you. So there is no loss. You either are getting the house, or you are also contributing to this and getting back your money. The reason why we have to pull this money is that we are trying to draw, or rather drink, from the power of pulling together. When we pull our resources together, we are able. Like, for example, you look at about 3 years ago, the study showed that we needed at least 250 billion shillings in 5 years to actually address housing.